All right, who else has a favorite emoji cookie they're going to share the cookie cutter? Scarlett and Addison. So Scarlett, let's see yours. Okay, so Madison has the sad.
I don't know.
And Scarlett
Oh,
has...
no, her name's not Madison. Her name is Maddie.
Maddie, oh, I'm sorry. Maddie has this one.
No, this is sharp.
A sad face up here. It was the only cool one.
Ah!
This is a cool one. I don't care. It's not as cool as this one. A sad face.
Okay, Scarlett, which one did you pick? Okay, so one happy tongue and one sad face. Okay, Maddie and Scarlett. Okay, then we have Addison. Did you pick out your favorite one? Oh, wait, is it the heart eyes? Is it this one? Yeah. Oh, I like that one. Very cool. I like your chef hat too. You're rocking your apron. Okay, Quinn, did you pick your favorite emoji cookie cutout? Which one did you pick, Quinn? Oh, that's a cute one too. We have a few people with that one. Loving it. All right. So I wanted to give everybody a chance to log on.
I have some mess.
We're gonna just get started. Give everybody a few minutes. Meanwhile, you could be preheating your oven to 350. Have your mom and dad preheat your oven to 350.
350, Mom. Dad. Everyone, the oven. I'm really crouched. I got a double knot. I know, but these have crouched straight.
All by yourself.
Okay, Maddie.
No.
Why did you pick the sad face? That's the only cool one.
All right, everybody, we're going to get started. I'm just going to mute everyone for a second just so we can get started, okay, my junior chefs? Welcome to class 2 of 3 of Junior Chef Kids Club. I'm so excited for everyone that's here. I hope you guys all had fun last time. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun last time. Was it so fun? Did you enjoy it? I had a great time. Who's excited for this class today? Can I get a whoop, 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 whoop? Everybody hands up. Yeah, what? I am. We are in for a very special treat, you guys. We are in for a treat. We have a real pastry chef, okay? Who knows what a pastry chef is? Who knows what a pastry chef is? Any guesses? Well, that's okay because she will tell us all about it. Oh, you know Quinn? Quinn, tell us what is a pastry chef.
Even on the outside still looks like
Scarlett, do you know what a pastry chef is?
a bakery chef, I think.
A bakery chef? Anybody else have any guesses of what a pastry chef is? Or what they do? Yes, Quinn?
Someone who bakes desserts.
Oh, very good guesses, everyone. Well, I'll be honest, I need the full description myself. I just know she is amazing. Her name is Miss Jobea Murray, and she is a pastry chef. She went to school for this, and she has her own business, and it's called Smash a Cake. She makes delicious desserts and cakes, and we have been eating her cakes for a few years now, and we are so happy because we have a real pastry chef here to teach us how to make our emoji cookies and ice cream sandwiches. So without further ado, I will let Jobea introduce herself, and she's going to be showing us how to make these delicious treats today.
Thanks, Amber. All right, we are super excited. So I have my sous chef, Maggie. So sous chef is somebody that helps the pastry chef or the main chef to do their job. So I am a pastry chef. I went to school to learn how to bake, but I have been baking since I was 3 years old, making cookies and cakes and treats for friends. So going to school was just kind of one more thing that I got to do, which was a lot of fun, but I started baking when I was really little. So you guys are right on the path to starting your baking careers. So now I have my own business and I do cakes for kids and family celebrations and cookies and cupcakes and donuts and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So today we are making the easiest shortbread cookies. So shortbread cookies, if you guys looked at the recipe, you're probably like, there's hardly anything in it. They are so easy to make. So we are going to get started. Let me move this back to gallery view so I can see all of your lovely faces. Awesome. All right. Is everybody ready to go? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Perfect. Okay. So this recipe really only has 3 main ingredients. Okay. So we need butter, we need flour, and we need powdered sugar. So if we have everything out, so we're going to start with our butter.
Don't forget you need something to start with.
Yes. So we're going to start with our ingredients. So if your butter, my house is a little cold, so my butter might be a little hard. So I'm going to have Maggie warm this up for 10 seconds in the microwave, just so that it gets a little extra, a little softer. And that'll make it easier to mix it up. So if you want to warm up your butter, you'll put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Okay, Scarlett and Maddie, do you guys have your butter? Yeah, Scarlett and Maddie? Yeah, okay. Oh, don't run with that. We don't want to drop it. Okay, so we warmed up our butter just a little bit. You can kind of see it's a little melty in a couple of spots, but that'll make our mixing so much easier. Yep, you're gonna be able to start. So the next thing we want is our powdered sugar. So normally in cookies, you use just regular granulated sugar, but powdered sugar is extra. Sorry. We might be testing our smoke detectors in a second. Can you go tell Daddy that the smoke detectors want to be tested? All right. Hopefully we won't have a fire drill in the middle of this. So we want to use, back to our powdered sugar. All right, so we are using powdered sugar today. So powdered sugar is really finely ground regular sugar, like granulated sugar that you normally use in cookies, but it also has a little bit of cornstarch in it. And the cornstarch actually will help our cookies to stay together better. If we use just regular sugar, our cookies would spread a lot. So we use powdered sugar to help them to stay together when we bake them. So that we put in a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. All right, Maggie, you want to stir that up? We're going to kind of stir up our flour and our sugar. Yep, 1/4 cup, the red one.
The 1/2 cup?
1/2 cup.
All
Yep,
right.
the red one, whatever size that is. You're right. I grabbed the right size. I just said the wrong size. Yes. So 1 scoop of your red. And I love that these measuring cups are in colors, because then I just grab the size I need versus worrying about. And it's perfect for you kids to know what size you're using as well. All right. So it's going to take a little bit of mixing.
There will make sure you make it like so it's all combined together.
Yep.
And until it's all combined together, when it's all combined together, you can stop and add the other ingredients, and I think.
Yep. So while Maggie's stirring, the next thing we have to talk about is flavors. So the recipe I gave you guys uses vanilla. So this will give you vanilla flavored cookies. But with that, you can also, instead, if you would rather have lemon flavored cookies, you can use a lemon extract. Or if you want almond flavored cookies, you can use an almond extract.
I'm almost done.
Or I even have a coconut flavor So you can add, I know, isn't that so fun, Amber? So if you have any sort of flavors at your house, they don't have to be just vanilla. You can do all sorts of fun flavors for these cookies. Basically any sort of little extracts or flavors that you have at your house, you can add in to make a different flavored cookie. Oh, Maggie, that looks great. Good stirring.
Should I show it?
All right,
Are
yep,
you
go ahead.
supposed to add the butter with all the sugar and the
Yep, so you
flour?
have
When you're done, it should look like this.
So you have 1 stick of butter and you have a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. So it's just 1 stick of butter and the red scoop.
Getting on the ground. Wait, are we supposed to put the butter?
Yes.
Yep, the butter was first. Yep. So butter and powdered sugar, and then you want to stir them around until it looks all stirred together. So we're gonna make it look homogeneous.
I use powdered sugar with the red.
The red 1/2 cup. Yep.
The red 1/2 cup.
Yeah. All right. So Maggie, what flavor should we make our cookies today? Should we do vanilla, lemon, almond, or coconut?
What did we do last?
Lemon.
I think we should do lemon.
Lemon. All right. Maggie votes lemon in our house. Does anybody else have any other extracts or flavors that you're going to use today?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Vanilla is a great one.
Is the extra vanilla pure thing right here? It's gonna get
Perfect. All right.
Can we use it in it?
Yeah, that's
What
vanilla.
about, we've got Quinn, right? Quinn, what flavor do you have?
Vanilla.
Ooh, vanilla, yum. And actually you can combine them. So you can do vanilla and lemon, or you can do vanilla and coconut, or you could do mint if you want to do peppermint ones.
So how much do we add of the extract?
So it's about 1/4 teaspoon, but it's pretty, I mean, it's not, this doesn't have to be super exacty. So you can just kind of put in a couple drops as well. We're gonna do lemon, vanilla lemon today. And so that, yep, you want to stir that around in with your butter and your.
It should maybe be like it should be really easy to stir. Like you mix it until all of it is all mixed together. And like all you see is one color.
All right, how are we looking, ladies? Is it all stirred up? Let's see your bowls.
I have a question. Would now be a good time to take the ice cream out for it to soften, you think?
Oh yeah, probably. Yep, we can probably take our ice cream out. That'd be a great idea. Or we can do it when we put them in the oven too, because we'll have a little bit of time.
Wait, aren't we? I thought we were going to make it.
We're not making
I thought we were.
it. All right.
Scarlett, how's your mixture doing? You and Maddie.
It's going perfect. Actually, she's a great at stirring.
Addison,
Of course I have.
Addison, how are you doing?
Experience.
Yeah, it's looking good. All right.
Addison and Kristen, are you guys doing okay? Give us a thumbs up. Awesome. Quinn,
Good.
awesome.
Good. All right. Okay, are we ready to move on to add our flour? Perfect. Looks good, Quinn. How's it looking, Addison? You ready for flour? All right, so the flour, we use just 1 cup of flour, which is our big orange cup. Yep. And you just dump it all in.
Then go back to.
Yep, and then you want to stir it all up again.
There's a lot of stirring.
Big part of baking is stirring.
Yep.
Okay, and we're gonna want to keep our flour close by because we're gonna flour our mat when we roll out our cookies. All right. This is going to take a little bit of time because it is pretty dry. But we don't want our cookies to be really soft. We want to be able to use the cutter on them. So we want it to be
A little
like
puff
cookie dough.
And a little puff and a little not super tough.
Yeah.
Can we show them how one of them is doing?
All right, so yep, so we're gonna get it all mixed around, and you want it to all come together in a dough. So once it starts to hold together by itself, and the flour gets all stirred in, okay, it's gonna start to come together like a dough. Doesn't look like cookies. So once it gets kind of too hard to mix with the spatula, you can start using your hands. You can put it out onto your sill mat. Yep. And what we're doing right now is we're trying to hydrate our flour, and we want to get all of our flour mixed in with all of the fat from the butter and all of the sugar from the powdered sugar. So it gets all mixed around. Make sure sleeves are up.
So then you don't get them dirty.
Yep.
And you don't get your sleeves in your food.
Yep. Yep. So if you've got like a sill mat, you can work on that, or just on the table works too. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's gonna start feeling super soft. You're ready to go. So once it really holds together as a ball, and it feels about like Play-Doh is what we want. We want it to feel like Play-Doh. Okay, then is it starting to feel like Play-Doh, guys?
Yeah, how long do we have to do that? Because mine's still kind of clumpy.
Then keep going until it feels like Play-Doh. It should come together. Did you warm up your butter, or Amber? Was your butter warm? Okay, so it should come together. It might just take a couple minutes, a second. I don't need these out right now. Let's put them back. Stuff them. Otherwise, we don't have any space to roll. So we have to roll this out. All right. Okay. Scarlett's is starting to look a little like Play-Doh. Addison, is yours looking like Play-Doh? And feeling like Play-Doh? And do you have a giant clump of Play-Doh? Good. Is it coming together, Amber? Okay. Sometimes it just takes a little bit for that butter and the flour and the sugar to all kind of want to play.
Do we need to get these ready out beside us like by now?
No, so we have to roll it out and then we'll cut them.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when it comes together like Play-Doh, and that way, is it coming together? Amber, it's looking better. Awesome. All right, Scarlett and Maddie, you guys are looking good. It's just fun to play with at this point because it does feel a lot like Play-Doh. Oh, Quinn lost a chunk of hers. It's okay. It'll stick back on.
Can I move it?
Yeah, just press it. We don't want it too much because it'll make it tough. All right. Okay. Is it all? Everybody got a good clump of Play-Doh?
Play-Doh dough.
Perfect. All right. So I think we'll take and cut it in half so that we don't have to do a big roll it all out together. Okay. So just kind of split it in half doesn't have to be perfect in half, just kind of a little bit. And then we're going to take and we're going to flour our surface. So this helps. Nope, I just did it. So this helps it to not stick. Now you can flour the top. Okay. Just take and sprinkle it on. Take and sprinkle just a little bit of flour on the top. Yep. A little bit. Okay. And then you can use your rolling pin. Yep. And then you want to roll it out. Okay, it's going to be really, really soft, so you don't need a lot of pressure. Too much pressure. Okay, so the cookies, because it's just got the butter and the flour and the sugar, it just needs a tiny bit of pressure just to kind of flatten it out just a little bit more, okay? So just use it really lightly. And a little bit of flour. Okay. And then just use your rolling pin. We have a really heavy rolling pin, so we don't have to press hardly at all. So depending on the size of your rolling pin.
Or how heavy it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and then we want to change directions with the rolling pin also.
If you get some flour on your hands, you can just clap it off.
Okay. All right, so this will determine how thick your cookies are going to be. So we want them to be a good cookie thickness. I think it's like 1/4 inch is usually a good cookie thickness. All right, how's everybody doing on the rolling? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? All right. Looking good. I know it's almost hard to roll because it's so soft. Okay, so once we have it rolled out, then we can pick out our cutters, okay? So go ahead and pick out the cutters you want. Just leave them, and then just cut out. So you're gonna take the cutters, and there's a side that's got the kind of cutting side, but then there's like a side that's wider. So you want to use the skinnier side that's kind of sharper and has these imprints that stick towards you. Okay, so that's the cutting side. So you want to take, you just want to press them into your dough. Okay, and then pull them up, straight up. Okay. And then the Pampered Chef kit came with this cute little spatula that's going to help us to get them off if they're a little sticky to our silicone mat.
Or like a little bit thin and you can't really pick it up.
And then we're going to put them on our baking sheet. There you go, just like that, Amber.
Can I set this one down?
Yep.
I love using the spatula. I never even thought about that. That is such a good idea.
Don't grab it, don't twist it. So you don't want to twist these like a cookie cutter. You don't want to twist the cookie cutters because that's going to move the design all around. And so you want to just go straight down and straight up.
It may be a little stuck.
And then sometimes we get a little stuck.
And you may need the spatula to get it out.
Let's see, we might have to try this one again.
Jobea, didn't you mention dipping the cutter in a little flour?
Yeah, you can also
help.
dip it. If you find that it's sticking, it kind of depends on your cutters if they kind of stick. That one stuck just because we put it down and then we kind of twisted it. So you want to go straight down. You want to just press them straight down and then pick it up. So it shouldn't stick. But yes, if you are finding them sticking, then you can put some flour either on your cookie dough or on your cookie cutter. All right. These are looking great. How's everybody's cookies looking? Let's see some cookies. All right. Oh, look great, Scarlett and Maddie. Okay, you don't have to press like super hard. You just have to press a little bit. It's a super soft dough. All right. Looking good. And so you want to have an even number of cookies so that when we make the sandwiches, they have a top and a bottom. So if you make an odd number of cookies, then you'll have an extra cookie just to eat.
Or a few extra cookies.
All right. So as you get that first one cut out, the first set, then you can take and squish it back into a ball. And put down a little more flour. And roll it out again. All right. Good job, ladies. Just take and slowly roll it out. Oh, okay. So if it sticks to the rolling pin, then that means you need more flour, okay? So you want to make sure that it doesn't stick. So we want to sprinkle it with a little bit of flour, but we kind of have a rip in ours. So we're going to kind of start over. But luckily this is a pretty easy dough, and I didn't overwork it when I was doing the test, and I rolled it out quite a few times. So it's pretty forgiving, because sometimes you'll end up with tough, like super tough cookies if you overwork your dough. And overworking means that you roll it out too many times and it kind of gets exhausted. All right, this one.
And hard.
And hard, yep.
Don't want your cookies to be super hard.
All right, okay, go ahead and cut one out of this one.
Okay,
whichever one you want, just pick one. Just pick one, you can do whichever ones you want. Because we'll be able to do all of them a couple times. Right. All right, okay, and we're gonna move on to our second set. Our second, like, perfect. How's everybody doing? Are the cookies coming out okay? Yeah, good job.
Matters how much dough you make.
Okay. And this is a really easy recipe to double or triple if you want to make lots and lots of cookies. You can even cut it in half if you only want to make a couple of cookies. If you didn't want to use the cookie cutters, you can also do these, and you can roll them into logs and then slice them when they're cool. So you put them in the refrigerator and then you can slice them up. So shortbread cookies are really, you can do a lot of things with them.
Yep.
And again, like I said, you can flavor them with all sorts of different flavorings too. So you can even use spices or herbs in it. So I made some earlier that had thyme in it, which is an herb, with the lemon. I know, it was super delicious. You can use, like, if you have some lavender or cinnamon, or I don't even know, all the things. All right, you want to stamp these out, Maggie? Okay, all right, so we're on to our second set. So we should get about close to 12 cookies is what we should get. Okay. Try to keep them close so we don't have people on that. Okay. And you want to kind of keep them close together. There you go. Put your hands off the door. There we go. All right, everybody's so quiet. You guys doing good? So what happens when everybody's on mute?
Yeah, no, this is so fun. What an easy recipe.
Isn't this great? Yeah, it's such. Yeah, my 4-year-old helped me make this last time.
Because I was in school.
So this is one of those easy ones where they can almost do it by themselves once they kind of get the hang of it.
Yeah, and once we're able to put them in.
How much do these spread? How far apart do they have to be?
They're not gonna spread at all. So the baking powder or the powdered sugar, go ahead and stamp this sugar, really help it to hold their shape together. And then once we get our cookies cut out, we're gonna pop them in the freezer or the refrigerator for a couple seconds or minutes, sorry, for a couple minutes. And that helps the butter to solidify. So then the flour bakes and it holds together before the butter melts. So shortbread cookies are actually really nice and they don't have a lot of spread.
No, not Ninjago. Besides Ninjago. No, as in like whole. Like saying if you cook, you don't have to.
Okay, so we're at 10. Can you put another one in there? Which one do you want? You want the sad face? We haven't done the sad face one.
Yeah, I want sad face. Like,
All right, so we're coming up on our 12 cookies. Scarlett and Maddie, did you guys get your 12 cookies out? How many did you get? You got 4 cookies? 5? 4. How big? Oh my gosh, now we got 20. You can come off mute and you can come off mute and talk if you'd like. It looks like somewhere between 8 cookies.
10.
10. All right, Scarlett got 10. Quinn, you got 8. Addison, how many cookies are you getting?
Okay. Never mind, it's 8. It's 8.
8. All right.
it's
Good job. We're gonna try to get one more out of ours just so we don't waste any dough.
Yeah.
But the nice part is you can also just eat the dough because it's just sugar and flour and butter.
Can I try some?
Mhm. All right. Okay, so these are gonna go into our freezer first if you have freezer space, or pop them into your fridge if you have fridge space. Just someplace cold.
I'll put it in the
You put them in my freezer up top. Thanks. So that helps the butter to solidify up. Because remember we
I accidentally opened the freezer a bit too big.
that's all right. You got it? Perfect.
One of the, is it okay if I move one of the cakes?
Yep.
I don't think I may be able to.
Oh, this one.
That cake is gone.
All right. Okay, so while you were in the freezer, if you want to grab out your ice cream so that warms up a little bit. Oh, the other thing that you could add to those cookies too, if you want, is you can also add sprinkles to the cookies, and they look really cute with sprinkles mixed in. Yeah, it's a really super versatile recipe, which is a lot of fun. I love things that you start off with a basic, and then you can do whatever you want with it. And the possibilities are endless.
So I just put mine outside because I didn't have
Hey,
room in my freezer.
it is really cold outside. That's an excellent place for them to go.
Too
Makes
bad
sense.
it's like 30.
No, I think it's colder than that.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 or.
It's -5, so it's.
It's like 0%. It's like -1% outside.
Yeah, we do our temperatures in Celsius, so it's -5 degrees Celsius. So that means it's 5 degrees below freezing. All right, so while we wait for that, we can get our space cleaned up. So anything that's covered in flour, you can put, we're done with our cookie cutters. We will keep our little spatula if we need it to get them off of the cookie sheet. But we can clean up our silicone mat or our table. We want to wipe. Yep, we're gonna put that. All right, we're gonna take everything. Yep, just put it on the side of the sink. Don't put it in the sink. And then come back and grab the rolling pin too.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So these cookies are also a lot of fun. You can, after they're done, you can take.
You really need to clean up your face.
You can dip them in chocolate. Also is a fun way. Like, you can. You can frost them if you want like royal icing or buttercream. You can put buttercream in between them and make little cookie sandwiches. Instead of with ice cream, you could use frosting. You could roll the edges in some sugar, make some sparkly sugar. So, like I said, these cookies have so many things you can do with them. See, can you read it?
Oh, yeah. What are the flavors of ice cream you guys have?
I have vanilla ice cream. What does everybody else have?
Oh, we have eggnog.
We have eggnog ice cream.
What?
Left over from Christmas that we made.
Did you make that? That sounds yummy. So good.
Our family made it
Addison,
all
do you have
together.
ice? You made it all together?
Uh-huh. And it was from Christmas. Yeah, it was from Christmas, and we thought eggnog would be a good Christmas treat. Eggnog.
Oh,
Addison, your
great.
cookies are looking great. Scarlett, good job cleaning up. It's a big part of cooking is cleaning up and having to do the dishes afterwards and keeping our space clean. Making sure we wash our hands, all of those good hygiene things.
Like washing your hands is the first thing you do mostly.
Sure, we didn't. Yeah.
I did.
You did. Good.
Upstairs. I like
Before you
washed my
started.
hands.
Perfect. All right.
And
so
if you're with someone in cooking, like during COVID now, like I would wear a mask, like, and do it outside.
I'm sure you can cook outside. All right. So I think, so I know Addison, did your cookies go in the freezer yet? Or do you still have them? Are you still working on yours, Addison? Looks like you're still rolling.
We're making a couple more cookies.
Nice. Because they're delicious. Perfect.
Try the extra dough.
Yeah.
It's fine. Here.
So how long do they
No
have to
worries.
be in the freezer for, Joby?
Just a couple minutes, long enough so they kind of feel firm. So we want that butter to, instead of being warm and melty, we want it to feel like it's butter out of the refrigerator. So, because that's gonna, so we want our butter, and it's really good like when you're making any kind of cookie, like chocolate chip cookies, or if you use butter and like peanut butter cookies, to chill your cookies before you put them in the oven. It helps, again, to keep the butter as a solid, and then the flour starts to bake, and then as the butter melts, it creates steam, and that makes, and then it puffs them up instead of spreading them out. So you want to give them some time for that butter to stay solid, so that the flour has time to cook before the butter melts. So croissants and other like laminated doughs use the same technique, where you want your butter to be super cold, and that's what keeps it in those flaky layers like pie crust and cookies and croissants.
It's really complicated.
It is. So if they've been outside or in the freezer, we can probably toss them into the oven right now, and we should be good. I know Addison's catching up just a little bit. So Scarlett, if you guys want to, and Quinn, if you guys want to put your cookies into the oven.
How long do they go in?
About 10 minutes. So you want the edges to be set and like start to kind of brown, but you don't want them to be brown. So we'll check them after 5 minutes and see what they look like. and then we'll turn them in the oven and move them to the top to the bottom. And then we'll check them again after probably 5 more minutes. So usually 10 to 12 minutes is how long they should take, depending on your oven.
We have a extra cookie from last time we made them.
Yeah, you want to show it?
Yeah.
All right, and also if you guys want to start getting your pizza ingredients out, because while those cookies are in the oven, oh, that looks so great, Maggie. While those cookies are in the oven, we can start making our pizzas. So pop your cookies in the oven at 350 and then get your pizza ingredients out.
All right, you're good. She said thank you. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Awesome, you guys got your rolls, and so we have 5 minutes to get started on these while they bake. So go ahead and grab your rolls, your pizza sauce, and your cheese. All right, so you're gonna want to, if you need to split the rolls in half lengthwise, you might want to ask a parent to help you cut that. And I'm just putting a little parchment paper on a cookie sheet. And so we're gonna split the rolls in half the long way. All right, and so you can start arranging them right on your cookie sheet. And then guess what? You guys will have lunch ready. All right, once you have your bread out, then you can grab your pizza sauce and just spoon a little bit over the tops to cover them. So I have my pizza sauce here. I'm just gonna grab a regular spoon and just spoon some sauce. And I want to make sure I cover it evenly. Ooh, good job, everybody. All right. So I'm just spooning my sauce on here. These smell good already. And I can't wait to see what kind of toppings everybody picked out once we get to that part. How's everyone doing? How's it going, Scarlett? Good, awesome. How's it going, Quinn? And Addison, are you guys starting your pizza? Wow, you guys are moving pretty fast there, huh? Good job.
making dessert.
I am. I'm making dessert and lunch. Isn't that cool?
Where are the cookies then?
They're in the oven.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What do you like on your pizzas? Cheese? Of course. All right, so once you have all the sauce on here, and you could even use a basting brush. I think I see Quinn painting hers. That's a great idea. Then you can start to add the cheese. Now try not to spill too much of it because then it will get burnt on your cookie sheet. I just have a big bag of shredded cheese, and I'm going to carefully put this on my pizza. And our 5 minutes is almost up. So once we hear that 5 minutes, we should all check on our cookies. So if you hear your timer go off for 5 minutes, then it's time to take a peek. That's mine. Joby, did yours goes off yet? Did you want to tell us what to do?
Yep, so we just want to take them and turn the pan. So the part that was in the front of the oven isn't now in the back of the oven. And then if you have a top and bottom, you want to kind of switch from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
So that then you kind of balance out your hot spot and they cook more evenly that way.
Okay, and then put them on for another how many minutes?
At least another 5. They might take a little longer depending on the oven. I feel like mine took at least 15 last time, and especially these are a little bigger cookies, that they might take a little bit of extra time. So
And
we pretty much we cook them till they're done.
Okay. Yeah, and if it's the first time you're making it in your, maybe if you bake them a few times and you can know, but since this is everybody's first time. So I did that already for my cookies. You can have a parent help you with that while we continue on our pizzas. These look good. How's everybody's pizzas looking? All right. So once you have your cheese, you can add your toppings. So you could use any type of toppings. I know my kids really don't like very much, but I like red onions and garlic. So that's what I'm putting on my pizzas. And so I could do that. What toppings does everyone have? Let's see. Addison, what toppings do you have for your pizzas?
Toppings.
Cheese and pepperoni.
Cheese and pepperoni. Yum. Looks good. Thank you. Quinn, what toppings do you have for your pizza? Olives and pepperoni. Awesome. And Scarlett and Maddie, which toppings do you have? I can't see what that is. Cheese? Okay, cheese. Anything else? Yeah, my boys just really like cheese, so I'm going to keep it to cheese here. So, all right. So these can't go into the oven until our cookies are done, but you would bake these.
I made a new Batman mobile.
You did.
Okay, I'll show you.
I'm in my cooking things. You want to show me? Oh, that's so cool. I love it. So these would go in at 375 degrees.
A booster.
When we're done with, and I actually have a double oven, so I can do mine. I'm going to preheat mine. And that goes for 8 to 10 minutes as well. So. And then you have your lunch, right? Or brunch. All right. So our cookies should be getting close to ready. I'm gonna put my pizzas to the side. Yep, and you can put your pizza sauce and your cheese away if you're done with those. So I cannot wait. Oh, they look so good. These cookies look so good. So after the cookies come out of the oven, then what do we do, Joby? Because we have 7 minutes left. So
Yep. So we're gonna have to cool them down again, because if we put cold ice cream onto warm cookies, we're just gonna end up with milk.
Yeah.
So we're gonna want to probably toss them back into the freezer. If you want to do them quick, or you can just let them cool down on their own. And then you'll want an ice cream scoop. Yep. And so you'll just scoop out your ice cream and kind of squish it into the middle of your cookie, and then take the other cookie and sandwich it between it, and then put them in the fridge. So you can also wrap them in some plastic wrap, and that will help to keep them all together and like kind of condense like pressure, like wrapped up tight, and then you can just leave them in the fridge or in the freezer until you're ready to eat them. So I would give them probably an hour in the freezer after you put the ice cream back in, just so or once you fill them, just so the ice cream has time to kind of to get cold and hard again. So these will be perfect to eat after you bake your pizzas and then eat your pizzas.
Okay, so what you will do then is the cookies, they're done when they look how? How are they going to look?
The edges are going to be just a little bit kind of brown, but you don't want them to be super, just a touch of brown. So these, like, because you want them to be able to hold up to the ice cream. So just kind of let the edges get a touch of brown, and then pull them out and cool them down. If you want to cool them down fast, toss them back into your freezer or outside, because it's a perfect temperature to put them outside. And then once they're cooled down to kind of room temperature or below, then you can fill them.
All right. And so when you fill them, you're just putting a scoop of softened ice cream, and you're gently. You don't want to crack your cookie. So then you gently, and then you could roll it in sprinkles. That's what we're going to do. Roll it in sprinkles, and then wrap it up with some plastic wrap and put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Nice. So fun.
I know. Or if that's too much trouble, you can always just eat the cookies now, sprinkled like with some ice cream. So
there
you can
go.
just eat cookies and ice cream. That's always a great way to do it as well.
See, that's a good idea. We may be doing that here at our house.
I know, because it's hard to wait for cookies. I get it. It's hard to wait.
And I don't even know if I have plastic wrap. Is that bad? I should get some plastic wrap. Would wax paper work? I don't even know. Or foil maybe?
Yeah, like maybe. I mean, you could in a pinch. But plastic wrap really, because it sticks to itself. Wax paper doesn't stick to itself.
Got it.
So it makes it a little difficult.
How long do we need to have the cookies in the oven?
They should be just about done. Everybody check their cookies and see. They should be just about ready. So I'm going to go check ours. They smell like cookies. They smell lemony and delicious.
And I'm going to walk.
Are anybody's cookies done? Mine need a little more time.
Ours are done.
Ooh, we want to see your cookies.
Yep. Yeah, so ours are looking, they
We need to
just
flip
came
them
out.
over.
Nope, so we're not gonna flip them over, but you can kind of see
You want to eat the cookies? Okay.
Yummy.
just starting to get kind of toasty, like a little bit of color on them.
Awesome.
So,
Not
yep.
ready yet, honey.
All right, I'm gonna take them where they can
have to
cool
get
down.
baked. Okay, they're not ready yet, honey.
The table's burning. Right here in the
kids are,
table. It's so
hovering. They want these cookies. I don't know if they're making it to the ice cream sandwich phase.
Yep, and that's okay if you don't make it to the ice cream. That's fine too. There's nothing, the cookies are really good just by themselves. So there's nothing wrong with just eating the cookies. That's what we did all this week after we tested off our first batch.
Uh-huh.
Hey, actually, I have a question. I have a question for Maggie. Maggie, can you tell us what's it like to be the daughter of a pastry chef?
So we don't get to see our mom like super a lot. And our dad sometimes takes care of us a lot on the weekends because my mom is super duper busy.
Is she baking all the types of yummy deliciousness?
A lot.
Yeah, and who gets to be her taste tester though?
Me, Anton, Thomas, and sometimes Daddy.
So you and your brothers like literally get to eat all the delicious goodies she makes?
Sometimes like we get to eat like cake tops of like she cuts off the top of the cakes and she puts them in a pan and then we get to eat them.
And do you get to help your mommy a lot too in the kitchen?
Not really.
Today you are.
We
awesome.
used to a few years ago. Whenever she did fondant, we also did some fondant and we made our own little fondant things. But now we don't get to because she doesn't really use fondant and we don't get to be with her. And she doesn't allow us to use fondant with her.
Fondant is tricky, I hear.
Well, and they go through a lot of fondant, Amber.
Is it quite tasty? Is that what
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand when the kids want to eat all the ingredients and you're like,
I need to actually get some work done.
I know.
Yeah. And then I don't have like quadruple the tools as well. So it's lots of like somebody wants to be doing something. I'm like, no, I need it for work.
Yeah.
I'm excited because one more day until I get to use my little thing. Countdown.
So yes, but yeah, you guys you get to do some taste testing. We can't let you just eat cake all the time though, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Well, and then also
like our mom makes dinner most of the time.
I do make real food too. That's true.
Yeah. She even taught me how to make mac and cheese and eggs. Whenever I put my hand like over the fire, it's like I do not like it at all. It feels so hot. I do not like it at all.
Oh, well, let's all give Jobea a round of applause and say thank you to her, Miss Jobea, and her sous chef Maggie. Thank you so much. Keep an eye on your cookies. Bring them out of the oven when they're done. We want to see pictures. And then Jobie's going to post in the group like her information in case you want to see some of the cool stuff she bakes and cooks. Her bakery is so cool looking and delicious. So we'll make sure that everybody gets that info. Okay, we're starting our Spanish class now, so you're welcome to hang out if you want, but we'll be talking all in Spanish. So have a good rest of your weekend. And
adios.
Adios. Bye, Junior Chefs.
Goodbye.